If you've built a creative output system and if you are constantly testing new creatives, that's a good sign, because to get consistency in your ecom business, you need to constantly test new creatives. But there's one thing that most people do wrong, and this is very normal, because when you test a lot of new creatives and if Meta doesn't give them any spend or they have a bad performance, the chances are very big that you just forget about them and test new creatives every week or every 2 weeks. But what if I tell you that there's a possibility to recycle these creatives and makes it possible for you to, without spending more on creative strategy, creative creation, or whatever you want to name it, you can still make profit out of these dead creatives. That's what we call the zombie campaign, and I'm gonna explain you in this video how to do this properly. Let's go. So when testing new creatives, there can be a lot of conditions in your ad account why certain creatives doesn't get any spend, don't perform well, or whatever reason you can name that makes them non-successful. But in this video, I'm gonna explain you how you can recycle these creatives to make sure you get the best out of it, because they were produced already anyway. The problem is that most people assume that means that. So when a creative doesn't perform, they just leave it and forget about it. But that's the mistake, because some of those ads didn't fail because they were bad. They failed because they never got enough spend to optimize or didn't get enough time before you killed them, like I said before. The creative was maybe fine, but the conditions were not. The problem can be that it never got enough spend, but you already paid for it. The production cost spent and the test budget is already burned. So the assets just sit there. Why not give it a second chance? Problem is that the scaling CBO is starving. It can also be the problem, and you keep producing new creatives while answers sit in your graveyard already. And one bad day doesn't equal a bad creative, because the day you test new creatives can just be a bad day in your ad account. And yeah, this doesn't mean that the creatives you test in that moment are all bad. So it's always good to retest them one more time. So what most people do is they spend first and judge later. It's a normal CBO, and the Meta spends aggressively to find conversions. It spends your full budget even when the CPA is high, and your weak creative gets spent, performs poorly and gets killed afterwards, and there's no chance for revival. The graveyard keeps growing. This is the normal situation that most people face. But with the Cost Cap Zombie CBO, we earn the spend and then decide. So it only spends when it finds a conversion at or below the cap. Gonna explain you more later about this. It cherry picks the cheapest opportunities across all dead ads, and low cap means very selective filtering. Anything that gets spent is generally profitable. That's the good thing in this strategy. Now, how to set this up properly, and this is very important, so pay attention. On the campaign level, we start a CBO, and this is called the zombie campaign or the graveyard campaign, whatever you want to name it. And it is a separate campaign from your scaling CBO. So this is never mixed. That's very important. Don't add a new asset in your other campaign, which is not even possible, because then you cannot make a cost cap out of it. So make a separate campaign, name it zombie campaign, graveyard, whatever you want to name it, with maybe the product name behind it, and that's it. And it's very important that you do like bid cap or cost cap, and the budget you install starts low because you let Meta earn the spend. So how are we going to do this? We have a CBO, and then on the ad set level, we start ad set 1. And this is just existing with all the dat ads, the first batch of dat ads until now. So all your failed test creatives duplicated in here. A minimum spend limit, so Meta doesn't ignore it, and then you let it run without touching it. So you put it on 30% plus below average CPA. That's how you install it. And for example, then you have like here all the ads in the ad set. So it can be like multiple creatives in that ad set. Then after like maybe 2 weeks, 4 weeks, you just keep adding ad sets, and each ad set has a full batch of creatives. So yeah, this is for example in a new ad set, the latest graveyard batch, and this is a new ad set with your most recent failed test, because in the meantime, of course, you keep testing new creatives in your ABO or CBO, which you normally do, and yeah, you will have more dead ads which didn't perform, so you just keep adding them to the same zombie campaign CBO, but in a new ad set. The older ads are left completely untouched and keep running alongside it. That's very important. So same structure, ad set with multiple ads in it. So again, 30% plus cost cap below your average CPA. Yeah, you will see that you will have like per batch maybe 2 to 3 winners revived, and even only one is enough, because if there's one winner revived, one winning creative revived, or it was not a winning creative, but you literally made one creative winning with the strategy, then it can bring you a lot of money, of course, if you can scale this creative, which is logical. So every 2 to 4 weeks, you add new batches of that ads. That's how we work. and yeah, you literally have 0 extra costs. Well, of course, a bit of ad spend, but it literally doesn't spend on a creative that much when it is not winning. So for the production, at least, of the creatives, you don't spend any more money because that money was already spent to create the creatives, literally. All right, the operating rhythm. So how you actually operate. Day 1 is you once build it, new cost cap CBO, cap 30% plus below CPA, ad set 1 with first graveyard batch, minimum spend set, and you just turn it on. That's it. Then daily/weekly, you just check if any creative converts consistently, and if yes, you copy its post ID into your scaling CBO. That's very important, and that's literally the only action you need to do on a daily or weekly basis, depending on how much creatives are in here, how much spent, etc. Then every 2 to 4 weeks, you feed it. So like I said before, you add a new ad set with your latest filled creatives plus minimum spend, and you leave all the existing ad sets running untouched. But this is something you should never do, it's touch it. Don't make any edits, no budget changes, no pause and restart. Every interaction resets signal and undoes the work. So very important, once it's live, don't touch it. Now, what can you expect from this? There are 2 outcomes, but the thing is that both outcomes will win. Because outcome A is that most ads stay dead, and that's normal. Don't expect that you revive like 80% of your ads that didn't work because they didn't work for a reason. But again, the circumstances were maybe not optimal for the creatives to be tested in that moment or in that way. So always double check it. Otherwise, you just created it for nothing. So of course, not everything comes back. Most of the graveyard stays buried, and the cost cap prevents Meta from wasting spend on genuine failures. So that's the good thing about the strategy. Those ads simply don't get spent. That's the filter doing its job. Outcome B is you will have 2 to 3 winners per batch, or maybe it's 1. Even if it's 1, like I said before, you already won because you see a new creative that you can scale up, copy the post ID into the scaling CBO, and give it a second chance with maybe even a winning creative that can be scaled up so hard. So this is always good to do. Always give it a try. Always test it. Maybe you see more winners per batch is also possible. So you can literally only win in this strategy. So what I did is I created a short guide with the full strategy explained. So the exact setup, the cost cap math, and the one rule that makes or breaks it. The only thing you need to do to receive this document, this PDF file for free, is just send me a DM with the word zombie on IG to receive it. My IG is glenn.nieuwenhuis. You can always DM me VE to start with one-on-one guidance as well, because this is something we offer. But if you just want to receive the free PDF file with this whole strategy, just send me a DM and I will send it right away. Before I end this video, I want to show you some student results I'm proud of. Look at Anton, who has like a 300k month in his very first month from starting. As you can see, with $100k in profit, which is amazing. We started this brand from absolute scratch with him. So yeah, I think an amazing result to be proud of. Then we have Cha and Kelvin, who also have amazing results, as you can see, already on 3.8k days with more than 600 euros in profit. Then we have Brian, who's on 1k days, quite short after starting with us. And yeah, also running a branded niche store, which is something we specialized in. So if you're done with fashion dropshipping, if you're done with Google dropshipping or whatever, and want to build something consistent for the long term, send me a DM with VE on Instagram and I'll reach out to you to see if we are a fit. Because we only work with winners, people who really want to get some results into their business and also have the long-term vision of building an ecom brand. Send me a DM, I'm always reachable here on this account, and I see you in the next video. If you like the video, just like, subscribe, comment, I would highly appreciate that. And again, don't forget to request a document in my Instagram DM to see the whole strategy in the PDF file. Adios.